How far is the river?
I've been baptized, Reverend. I've been baptized.
Shut up, you old fool.
Thank you kindly. Thank you.
Alrighty. Alright, we're out by Gainesville on a ranch road. I've taken a 2.5-ish week hiatus from recording anything because I spent about a week and a half sick, and then last week I just forgot, to be honest with you. But we're back, and I'll tell you, while I'm driving down this road here, I'll tell you a pretty lengthy story about all that you've missed. So week 1 that I did not record anything would have been the week that I went to Laredo and Port Aransas, and that was pretty interesting because it immediately follows the vacation that I had with Granddad and Grandma, where we went to Port Aransas to see Uncle Beaver and see the aquarium and everything like that. And it's just a good time to go right back down there. It's pretty. It's a lot better weather when I drove down there without them, unfortunately. But the drive was kind of wild because in Laredo, I dropped off a big motor grader, and the motor grader weighed my trailer down so much that as I pulled into a driveway, I high centered and I got caught up on the driveway. I had to offload the machine. I definitely didn't want to pay for a tow truck to come out there. Those heavy duty wreckers cost a lot of money, and I didn't want to do that to my boss. So I was trying to figure out an alternative way to get this situation handled. So I ended up offloading the machine to the side. Thank God it was a machine that you could do that with. Offloaded the motor grader to the side, just, you know, put some blocks on the side of the trailer, went slow and careful and got it off, drove it to where it had to get, and then that lifted a little bit of pressure off my trailer to where I had a little bit more clearance, and then I went ahead and powered on out of there. And this is after 3 or 4 rounds of trying to, you know, change the level of the truck with blocks and lift up the trailer with blocks and trying different techniques like that while it was loaded to try to get it to work without me having to risk that machine. And none of that ended up working. So, and I ended up ripping my mud flap off trying to do that kind of stuff. So that was unfortunate. So I'm currently still missing a mud flap, but it's okay because this trailer's set up to where you kind of don't need one on the drives. But anyway, I get out of that situation, and then I get down to Corpus from Laredo to pick up the excavator that I had to haul back up to Oklahoma. And I ended up showing up late, obviously, because of that whole situation. And I got there a little too late. Well, the lock wasn't what the broker described, so I had to call somebody from that yard to come up after hours to let me in, even though I was supposed to be able to get in after hours. And then I had to load up a, you know, 72,000 pound excavator in the dark. It was like 12 feet wide. That was kind of fun. I think it was 11.10 or 11.9 or something, really. But it was super wide, heavy, and I'm having to do this all at nighttime. So that was interesting. Get that done, get it to Wilson, drop it off. The whole fun story with a broker being sketchy, but, you know, stuff worked out. The following week, I do an Idaho run. I take some fertilizer tanks, which I've recorded those tanks before. That's nothing new. You guys have seen those fertilizer tanks. I've taken some to Nebraska. Well, these were going to an Idaho potato operation, or a feed operation. I forget which one, but either way, they were, I believe they were fertilizer or feed tanks. I now forget. I think it was Westway, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, we took some tanks from the same supplier. Great MSM, I'm sorry, Mechanical Sheet Metal in Terrell, Texas. Awesome company. Those guys are great. Awesome welders on staff. Those people create awesome quality products. Fertilizer and feed tanks and water tanks. Those dudes are killer. I get the tank up to Idaho, but I had some fun hiccups on the way. So going up used to be last time I checked, last time I did it, you could run New Mexico oversized at night. Well, they changed the rules at some point, and I didn't read the permit to check the restrictions. You can't run at night anymore. You got to run 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I didn't know that. So I'm rolling through there and got shut down. I tried to run it at night, got shut down. And we had miscommunication, my boss and I, on the permit size. So we were off by several inches on the permit anyway, which stuff happens, whatever. Get a new permit, wait until the morning, leave. I end up, you know, I hope DOT ain't listening, because I wanted to not let that set me back. I wanted to make the appointment time so I didn't disappoint this customer or set them back or inconvenience them at all. So I thugged it out, man. I drove for like 17 hours straight, and I got to West Wendover, Nevada from San John, New Mexico, which is, if you know anything about that route, it's pretty wild. So I get there and I'm thinking, all right, if I take a 2-hour power nap and wake up and finish this drive, I only had like 3 more hours to go. If I take a power nap and finish this drive, then it'll all work out. And I'll get there at the time that we agreed upon, and everybody will be happy, and then I can get a load and I can sleep and I'll make it back. Well, power nap turned into a slumber. I mean, I fell asleep and I didn't wake up 6 or 7 hours. I get a call from when I was gonna try to, the hour after I was gonna try to show up, and it's the receiver, and he's like, hey man, where you at? Just want to get an ETA. I've got the crane here. They've got a crane waiting on me that they're paying $300 an hour, and I'm late. Now I feel like a goober because I overestimated my body's ability to handle this situation, and now other people are having to waste money because I'm stupid. And I felt so dumb. Usually I'm not the guy that messes up, you know. Usually I'm the guy that gets stuff done and other people mess up and I have to deal with it. Well, the tables flipped and someone else had to deal with my, you know, my indiscretion and my incompetence for a day, and ended up getting there too late. They don't want to pay the crane. They left. I ended up having to sit around all day and wait till the next morning anyway. So I should have just called them when I got shut down the first time and let them know. And I broke down in New Mexico. Not even including in that 17 hours, I broke down for 3 or 4 hours in Gallup and had to get new fuel filters. Fuel filters got too clogged up and it shut me down. So I should have just called them and notified them, hey man, I ran into some issues, I'll be there Thursday morning. I didn't do that, tried to make it Wednesday, ended up wasting everybody's time and money just for it to happen the same way it was going to regardless. Long story, I end up getting a load out the next day coming home, you know, big excavator. I'm coming through even heavier and even wider than I already was coming up. Now, at this point, I know you can't run New Mexico at night, but I'd still try it. I want to get home. My birthday is the next day, so I want to get home for my birthday. And I'm thinking, man, it'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. Nope. About 5 minutes into the New Mexico border. Woo-woo. Freaking park it for 10 hours, missed my entire birthday, didn't get home until Sunday morning. So that was the 2 weeks that you missed. And then I've done some, you know, here and there. Ah, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I thought I was supposed to turn right there, but I got scared. I was over here jacking jaw to you guys and not paying attention. But yeah, man, anyway, just some here and there Wiley to Van Alstyne runs. You guys have seen a couple recordings of those. We're still clearing that property out. We've gotten so we've gotten a lot more stuff out of there. You know, we've gotten a lot of stuff out of Hans's Wiley yard, and we're taking that up to Van Alstyne, trying to clear that property out for him. All we've got left is a couple forklifts and I want to say a motor grader and a couple of ramps is all we've got left over there. Oh, and a compactor. That's all we got left to do over there. But anyway, that's what you missed. I apologize for all the action that I've caused you to miss out on. right now you're getting some pretty landscape. So, you know, just be grateful, you YouTubers. But anyway, I'm about to go pick up an excavator right now. Broker tells us that this one's 57,000 pounds. I should be heavy and wide. I'm going to Odessa with this one. And I'm not in too big of a rush because I'm not dropping off till the morning regardless. I actually purposely missed a turn earlier so that I could take you down this pretty back road while I drove, just so you could see what, you know, the southwest end of Gainesville looks like. I'm not in a rush, like I said, and I, you know, not really hurt over losing 20 minutes showing you guys something pretty. So hopefully this makes up for my negligence over the last 2.5 weeks, not recording nothing. Just, man, when I say I was sick, I was sick. I was still working. I ain't gonna not get no money. I'm definitely gonna work. You know, I even around the Christmas time and New Year's, I'm still working. But, you know, just had a real sore throat, didn't want to do any talking, didn't really feel like messing around with a camera while I was working. It just felt like it was gonna be a hassle and I didn't want to deal with it. You know, God's honest truth. So. Well, I'm coming in from the north. I'm looking at the curve. Let's see. If I turn left right here, it looks like R5A. R5A, okay. This looks like it would take me there. Yeah, I'm pulling right up to him now. There's a little dirt kind of turn off. Like I'm on gravel, and then there's a dirt turn off that goes toward the office buildings. Is that right? I see a John Deere excavator, but that ain't a cat. Oh, right in front of the motor grader? Okay, I should have turned in over there then. I'm one, where I was initially was the right one. I came in from the other direction. I think you were thinking I needed to pass these trailers to get where I was going, but the trailers were past where I needed to be. All right. Yes, sir. Okay, yeah, I'll turn around real quick, no big deal. Yeah, so I see that cat though. It's right by that G&E white box in front of that motor grader. Okay. Okay, yes sir. And I will have to tuck it for height, but I'll just be careful, be cognizant of that. Okay, is there a key already in it? It's one of them new ones. All right, right on. Yeah, buddy. Okay, well, do you have any paperwork for me or anything? Do I need to come back to these offices when I'm done? Okay. Okay. Love to have that one. I bet it's paying pretty good. No, I got you to Odessa though. I'll put this on here real quick and take some pictures for you. Is it okay to text pictures to this number? Alrighty, I got you, man. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Alrighty, that is how you do that. We're in business. I just got turned around because I came in from an unexpected direction, I suppose, and he was telling me backwards. But that's fine. I just got to turn it around real quick, and that thing is sitting right on the side of the road for me. I'm just going to check the serial numbers, make sure everything matches up and looks good and pretty for me. And I will start recording more. Alrighty. It's an interesting kind of show you this. I'm not sure I've ever seen this kind of a grappler before, or this kind of a bucket before. It's kind of interesting. But we'll go ahead and fold that back up now. I'm not sure why this thing is screaming at me. I think it's because this little locking thing, I messed with it for a second. I don't know why it's screaming at me, but one thing not a lot of guys do that they should do, because it gets you in trouble, is you got to clean all this stuff off of these machines before you haul them. You can't just be having rocks and giant globbles of mud flying off your equipment, hitting people's vehicles. It's negligent, it's disrespectful, and it's irresponsible. So I took one off, but I like how I loaded this thing. You can plan it to where the wheels, or the tracks, I'm sorry, line up with these notches in the sides of the trailer where the binders go. That way you don't have to have a bunch of chain hanging around. You can just put the binder on it. You know, and as I showed yesterday, I got this thing cleaned off to where my trailer didn't get too messy. Decreased the likelihood that I damaged somebody's car. But I love how easy it is to unload when you just go ahead and put a binder right on it. Snap that off like that. On back in there. Well, I missed the video of me actually unloading the machine. All you could see was chains coming off, but it's off. Thanks for joining. Have a great day.